We're going to begin with this. It's going to be another frantic day in Washington this morning, with President Biden's domestic agenda facing new pushback from his own party. But we need to begin on Capitol Hill, where there'll be new testimony about the president's decision to withdraw from Afghanistan. Military leaders told the Senate Armed Services Committee yesterday they did advise the president to keep some troops in that country. Now, that contradicts President Biden's version of the events. The officials also painted a very dark picture of the future of Afghanistan. Kris Van Cleave joins us from Capitol Hill, where another round of testimony is expected today. I watched part of it yesterday, Kris. It got very heated. Good morning to you.
Good morning. We expect that grilling to continue, this time on the House side, with more heated exchanges with Republicans, including calls for the generals to resign. Now, this was the first time we had heard from the nation's top military officials since the August 31st withdrawal and the death of those 13 service members. And at points, the generals broke with the president.
I recommended that we maintain 2,500 troops in Afghanistan.
In a nearly 6-hour hearing, the nation's top military leaders publicly contradicted President Biden, telling lawmakers they told the commander-in-chief to maintain a military presence in Afghanistan.
My assessment was back in the fall of 20, and it remained consistent throughout, that we should keep a steady state of 2,500, and it could bounce up to 3,500.
Did these officer and General Miller's recommendations get to the president personally?
Their input was received by the president and considered by the president.
But in a recent TV interview, Mr. Biden denied that.
No one said that to me that I can recall.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Mark Milley, defended the U.S. withdrawal, but admitted
It was a logistical success, but a strategic failure.
While the Pentagon brass acknowledged intelligence saying the Afghan government would likely fall, they did not expect it to happen so fast.
We certainly did not plan against a collapse of a government in 11 days.
The witnesses also broke with President Biden over this statement.
My fellow Americans, the war in Afghanistan is now over.
The war in terror is not over, and the war in Afghanistan is not over either.
In another major moment of the hearing, General Milley acknowledged being a source to several high-profile journalists writing books about former President Trump, and addressed reports he called his Chinese counterpart in the final days of the Trump presidency to assure him an attack was not imminent.
These military-to-military communications at the highest level are critical to the security of the United States in order to deconflict military actions, manage crisis, and prevent war between great powers that are armed with the world's most deadliest weapons.
Now, the White House is defending the president, saying recommendations from his military advisors were split on troop levels and that ultimately it is the commander-in-chief's decision, something the generals yesterday said they agree with. They also reiterated they felt that the president heard their feedback. Now, General Milley also warned that al-Qaeda could gain strength under the Taliban and pose a threat to the United States in as little as 12 months. Nate?
Kris, thank you so much.